Hey there, today the moon continues in Aquarius, so outside the box thinking, shakeups, shift, change, lightning bolts. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Wednesday, August 26th, and thank you for your patience with some technical issues with my videos lately, just getting them out a little bit late, taking some time to visit my family and spend time with my own aging parents. So thanks for your patience with that. We should get back on track here. And this week's big story is a lunar eclipse in Pisces. Big story and big changes in energy. Pisces is about release. It's about surrender, transcendence, and changing mythologies, changing narratives. So the big thing that's happening in the news this week, or at least as of this recording, which, who's to say something big won't happen after this. But anyway, the death of Dolly Parton is such a big sort of cultural moment. And when someone dies, what we lose sort of that external, like whatever we see through that person or whatever that person represents is outside of us. And when someone dies, we realize that we have to carry that flame, right? So whatever it is that person represented or embodied, or just whatever, who they were, then when they're not here anymore, we have to take that into ourselves and upon ourselves to embody what they represent. So, I'm not going to break down the life of Dolly Parton. You certainly can have your own experience of that and find all the stories and so on. But the point is that, and this is how I think about it, is that that means that we now have to embody whatever she represented, and we have to fulfill her hopes, dreams, and wishes, and we have to do that almost on her behalf, right? It's like when, and this is true, I think when anyone dies, this is just a big socio-cultural moment, but anytime someone dies, we have to kind of carry that flame for them, right? We get to try to live up to the best that we saw in that person that we loved or admired or whatever. So some of those themes happening in the big picture, impacting so many different people, so many in the collective vibe. And so anyway, I think, and that's how I'm thinking about this lunar eclipse, is the way that it changes our worldview, the way that it changes how we see our own role within that worldview, and how we must now embody, what we're looking to someone else to hold for us. And of course, that the loss of Dolly Parton is not the only way that's happening. It could be happening in multiple different ways. It's happening in the astrology world as we see some of our, revered teachers and elders have human frailties. And we realize, oh, okay, this is on me. I need to step up and do the things do the things that I see are important and that are meaningful. And that's a lot of what this eclipse season is about. It's about not expecting or projecting onto someone else that they are going to hold this flame, or that they are going to take care of things, or that the world will be okay because certain people are in it, right? And we don't even realize how much we might be sort of unconsciously counting on that until someone dies, and then it becomes obvious. It's like, oh wow, how big this person or their presence or their personality really was, and how meaningful and significant it was to us. and what they embodied, what they represented, and how we must now carry that light forward. So those are some things to think about as we move through this week's lunar eclipse, exact on August 27th. But we also had that Leo solar eclipse on August 12th. So we are moving through some very, very potent times. And deeper dive on the eclipse, the lunar eclipse of this week in my podcast, available on Spotify, Apple, audio only podcasts, but you can also find all episodes of my podcast at transformationalastrology.com. So more on this week's lunar eclipse, but some things to think about. I'm Marina Orms. Thank you for being here. I am here every day with astrology for unshakable self-care, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.